They're shaking your ass. The only problem I got now is this empty glass. Drop it in and throw it down. Can I get me another round? I'm getting a ball. Getting a ball.
What's up, everybody? It's Thursday. Hey, we made it. We made it another week. That's right. We did. We got Nez, Mike B, Certified Blockhead. What's up? Oh, it's the Radical One. There's Beanie, Devin the Desert Dogs, Travel Dreamer, Mr. Ron has a lot to say. Sandy, Charlie. Hello. Well, first, you know what we got to do. Can't sing the Jaeger Bomb song and not do a Jaeger Bomb. That's just un-American. Speaking of American, this one is for the veterans. This to all the veterans. Thank you for your service. You folks are awesome. To the vets. All right, it's official. We can get started now. There's the Big Easy. Nomadic Weather Bear. Alrighty. Gypsy Lee. That's right. Thank you, vets. Happy Veterans Day. The old stoner. Bottoms up. That's right. That's right. That's right, Beanie. That's right. Linda, Lady Redskins, what's going on? That's right. Smoke it if you got it. Or vape it. How about that? All right. Eight years Air Force. All right. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have nephews and all kinds of folks that are in the military. My grandfather, he served. He was a Navy man stationed in the South Pacific back in the day. That is right. Much respect and a multitude of thanks. That's right. That's right. We do solemnly swear to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the USA. We take this obligation freely without reservation or... Oh, excuse me. Semper Fi! Awesome, awesome. Whoa, Nelly. Yeah, I was on. I seen you guys on. I thought I'd pop in. Yeah. I don't always catch folks, but hey. I was more than happy to join you guys. Let me fix this here. There, that's a little bit better. Bow with. He does that shit. He'll come over here and trash somebody, then he'll go over somewhere else and trash me. Whatever gives him life, you know? Whatever. I'm a tough old bird. It doesn't bother me that much. Doesn't bother me much at all. But yes, I have been watching the old Rittenhouse Trail. It best day of the week. Well, thank you. But yeah, I was watching it, and well, first of all, to me, courtroom cases, trials, all that, the courtroom thing, to me is no more than a glorified debate. You know, when you're in debates, you are given a topic, you're given for or against, and it doesn't matter what your stance is on the position, you have to argue that, whichever one. To me, that's what this is. It's just one big debate, you know? Does one person think the other person's innocent, but they had to say they're guilty? That's just what I think it is, pretty much. Anyway, like a chess match. And that's why I find it interesting. That's why I like to watch these things, first of all, to watch the lawyers go back and forth, see what they do and how they do things. And I find this, like most courtroom trial things, find it highly interesting, highly entertaining. And it's just, the whole thing is, I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I like to judge or not. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. He is pretty cool altogether. But what gets me is the way, like the defense, they'll bring up a bunch of stuff and they'll say blah, 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 yada, 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 about videos and pictures and everything and yada, yada, yada. It all goes through, everything's fine. And the prosecution gets up and they start talking about pictures and this and we want to do that. And then the defense objects. Well, first thing that the prosecution does, goes, well, we let their stuff go. and the judge even said, and I'm thinking to myself the same thing as the judge is saying it. Well, first of all, you didn't object, so of course everything went by. It's not up to the judge to go, oh, wait, by the way, no. You kept your mouth shut. You let them say whatever, so that's on you, pal. And now that you said stuff, and they're like, no. And that's Ron saying here, the prosecutor is an anarchist. Scares me as he will be a circuit court judge in a few years. Yeah. But the prosecutor has a tough job. He's kind of going about it the right way, because the only thing he can do is one. Exactly. It's a chess game. It's like I said, it's a debate. You know, it doesn't matter what your stance is, but it is, you know, and it's who, for instance, the prosecutor. It's who's at the top. You know, what are do you got a big D in front of your name? Is that who, you know, the higher up? So when it goes, and you know, is that the trickle down? So you have to, you know, fight for their agenda. So it doesn't matter. But it's just that he has to now attack the fact that he was there. Okay. Now, first of all, I'm a back to blue guy. I'm not one of those. I don't. Oh, cops, fuck cops. We don't need. No, I'm all for the cops, the police. And I'm also Second Amendment. I'm all for being able to carry a gun. If criminals can run around and shoot the hell up out of neighborhoods, well, then I have the right to protect my property, period. Well, my personal space. So that's what he's going for right now. He's trying to attack the fact that he was there. He had his weapon. And, well, first of all, the kid from Jump, and yeah, I'm going to have to get political because that's just the way it is. Because from Jump, and what made me pull all this up is there was one of the, a YouTuber or a, you know, whatever, a guy who runs around. There's tons of them that where anything happens, you know, this guy, he was in Minneapolis, he was in Wisconsin when they were doing it, he was up in Portland, he was in, you know, he was everywhere, filming stuff, and he's posting on Twitter and all kinds of other shit. But anyway, so they wanted his film footage, so he was on the stand as part of the defense. So the prosecutor, right away, his thing is well, you're biased. You have you're not credible because right after you posted this, just, you know, he's like 20 minutes after this all happened, you posted, you know, that this armed citizen protected himself about. He said, so you already had it in your mind. You already made up your mind whether he was guilty or innocent. Well, first of all, that guy was a witness, not a juror, so it doesn't matter. And what does it matter what this guy's opinion is? Because that's right, the lefties, well, here.
Kenosha shooter, Kyle Rittenhouse, he murdered 2 people, by the way.
Rittenhouse is basically what you would have had in a school shooter. He's a 17-year-old kid. He shouldn't have had a gun. He crossed state lines to supposedly protect property. No, he was going out to shoot people.
Kyle Rittenhouse, the 17-year-old vigilante.
Kyle Rittenhouse, a vigilante.
Kyle Rittenhouse, the armed teenage vigilante.
A 17-year-old vigilante, arguably a domestic terrorist, picked up a rifle, drove to a different state to shoot people.
Kyle Rittenhouse, a guy who's deeply racist, went with weapons to a Black Lives Matter protest looking to get in trouble. He did. Terrorist. He murdered a couple of people.
Rittenhouse, the 17-year-old kid, just running around, shooting and killing protesters.
You see the 17-year-old who was radicalized by Trumpism, took his AR-15 to Kenosha and became a killer.
I was radicalized by Trumpism. That guy's my favorite. But there you go. And these people, a year or so ago, as soon as they saw the thing, he's a terrorist. He's this, he's that, he's a racist, he's a white supremacist. He's all this stuff. Before they even say it, they see a little couple seconds of a clip. And he just went there just to run around and shoot people. Well, I've been watching the trial. I've been watching all kinds of clips and photos and everything. Running around shooting people. Okay, false, racist. How many black people did he shoot? As far as I remember, that guy was white. I don't know. But he's a racist. He's a domestic terrorist. He's a vigilante. He's all kinds of shit. So that's okay, lefties. That's okay. You can make all the assumptions you can. And how about even the dear president, the almighty, the best president ever, Sleepy Joe?
But I want to focus on what Joe Biden said last year, which is calling this young man a white supremacist based on a few seconds of video. As I often say when there's a shooting like this, you shouldn't jump to conclusions based on some video circulating on social media. You should allow all the facts to be collected and make a reasoned judgment. But when Joe Biden called Kyle Rittenhouse a white supremacist last year, it really was just the go-to move of the Democrats. They do this all the time when they're losing an argument on the merits. They don't like parents going to school boards to protest what their kids are learning or school closures, so those parents are called racists.
Yeah.
They don't like that Virginians elected Republicans last week. They condemn Virginian voters as racist. They don't like the United States Constitution or the norms and the customs of the United States Senate, so they call it racist. They are constantly losing arguments with the American people, and then they just revert to name-calling towards their opponents. It's not a sign of a party that is strong or healthy.
So that's all fine. That's wonderful. Everybody over there, all the lefties, they can scream and call him all kinds of horrible, disgusting names. But the guy that was actually there filming the whole thing, he's not allowed to form an opinion. He's not allowed to say what he saw, what he experienced, because, yeah, he's just a horrible fucking person because he's not calling this poor kid. He's not calling him a white supremacist, vigilante, domestic terrorist. So he's obviously wrong. I just think that shit is hilarious. The double-sided, double standard shit of everything nowadays. But the thing is yeah, I put up the thing, the testimony today. So if you blow up a picture, it adds pixels, yes. Well, what does it do to the pixels? I don't know. Do you use the program? Yeah. Is it approved for forensic? Yeah. Well, how does it do it? I don't know. I didn't write the program. So you don't know what pixels it puts in and out? Nope, I don't know. Yeah, we listened to that shit for hours. Are you sure you don't know? Yeah, I don't know. Then we had to have a recess. We had to send a jury out to sit outside so we could argue about whether this guy knows what he's talking about or not. How many pixels does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? But yeah, I shouldn't joke. But yeah, it was nuts. The whole thing is crazy. Now, here's the tricky part. Here's the tricky part. One, Kyle is what we call in the fire service. He's a whacker. Kyle is a whacker. And yeah, that's what I'm getting ready to say. He's a whacker. And what a whacker is it's them guys that they join the fire company or they become volunteers, and every time that siren goes off, they get a woody. They're whackers. They're like, ooh, a call. They're whackers. The guys that run out and get blue lights and put on top of their pickup truck so they can fly to the firehouse. They're whackers. And that's what this kid is. He was in a little program where he was like a little cadet where he could run around and do ride-alongs. He could, was trained in AED and CPR and some basic first aid techniques. And he went out and he portrayed himself to be an EMT and some other things, which they caught him in a lie because he did say he was an EMT and he's not. But he was running around saying, medical attention, does anybody need medical attention? But according to those other people we just heard, he was running around. He went there and he was running around just shooting people. He went there because he was a white supremacist and this was a Black Lives Matter protest, but he's just running around shooting people. Okay. all right. I didn't see that, but he wasn't there just running around shooting people. But then again, here comes the thing. Here comes the whole thing. One, he was 17. He wasn't allowed to buy the gun until he was 18. He gave somebody else the money to buy the gun for him. And there you go. That's not good there, first of all. Is that the end all be all? Does that mean he's a murderer? No, it means he purchased a firearm illegally. Somebody was supposed to hang on to it until he came of age, but he didn't. He drove to and from school and other places without a license. He found that shit out. And the thing about carrying a firearm, me, anybody else who has a concealed carry permit or whatever, if somebody's breaking in your car, you can't run out and shoot them. It's your car. No one cares. That is not a reason for deadly force. So that was one of the arguments. You're there to protect somebody else's little car lot. No, that's not a reason to use deadly force. If somebody's burning down your building or empty cars, unless you're in it, then you have a reason. The other thing is if I know that if I go downtown and I walk through this certain neighborhood, that it's all black and there's drug dealers on every single corner, and Tyreek and them is going to be shooting at Tippy and Mr. Bug and them, and there's going to be a shootout, and if your white ass walks through there, you're going to get beat up, robbed, and whatever, and you walk into that place and put yourself into a situation where you need to defend yourself, that also isn't going to fare well or bode well for you when you go to court. That's right. I am blind to carry a gun. And I could probably shoot better than you can. Because I look through a scope all the time. That's all I see. I have no distractions. And if you come up to me and you put your hands on me and I say, get the fuck off me, and then you start beating me, all I got to do is go, boom. Don't have to aim, do I? I stick that barrel up against your chest, you're done. You shouldn't be on me. You shouldn't be beating on me. You shouldn't be swinging on me. There you go. So, but yeah, so that's the point. I mean, handgun, boom. Yeah. Anyway, but if you knowingly put yourself into that situation, then you're in trouble. Somebody said that's not what he's in court for. Well, maybe not, but he's there for murder. And then tomorrow we're going to argue, and we're going to put in all our stuff for the lesser charges. So yes, he is in court for that. He sure as hell is. He is endangering the lives of this, not doing that, all the lesser charges after the court's done, because we want him for this. But now that we see how the court's going, the trial's going, we're going to include this big long list of 20 lesser charges. So yes, I have to correct you. he is in court for that. If he isn't in court for that, he will be in court for that during closing arguments. I can guarantee you that right now. But he shouldn't have put himself into that situation. Okay. Because I'm sure I don't know what it is, what the law is in every state. And that's the problem why we don't have these blanket laws as far as guns and this and that for the country. But I know here in Pennsylvania that, again, if somebody's outside smashing the windows of your car and you yell, hey, get away from my car, and they don't, you can't shoot them. That's not a reason. If someone's attacking you and you're in fear for your life, like when the guy told good old little Kyle, oh, so that guy with a skateboard, you were in fear for your life. Yeah, let me swing a fucking skateboard at your head. Are you going to stand there? No. Fucking, you get hit with, that's a big hunk of wood that you can stand on, jump on, do all kinds of shit, and it doesn't break. Plus it has those big trucks, the wheels and the metal plate. Yeah, you get smashed in the head with a skateboard and you're fucking right, it can kill you. So yeah, somebody's going to swing a damn skateboard at me. I'm going to be in fear for my life. So yeah, I know everybody's getting all upset, but calm down. I'm just getting started here. But the thing is I'm just playing because the prosecutor only has so much that he can play with, you know? He can only try to do so much that, like, you shouldn't have been there. And then it was like, well, why did you have a gun? To protect myself. Well, because why? Well, just in case. So you needed a gun to administer, you know, first aid and help out people. Well, no, but if someone attacked me, well, why were you in fear for your life? You said the crowd wasn't, they weren't mad at me. They were mad at this and they were doing that. So he's doing what he can. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm saying the guy has very little to work with. He's really reaching and he's doing a decent job. The defense is doing a pretty good job. They're doing a real good job, except a couple of times I wasn't biting my tongue. I was screaming at the TV. I'm like, dude, object. Because the prosecution was saying stuff about like, well, what do you think he was thinking? And I'm like, dude, you can't ask him that's speculate. You can't have him speculate. Object. And well, you did this and then you did that. Didn't you? That's not asking a question. You're leading the witness. You're badgering the witness. Object. So they let a lot of things slide that I wouldn't have. But it's a very interesting case. Just because of the circumstances. And then the wacky goofball that he did shoot. That guy, he was a real winner. But I mean, they're grasping at everything. The guy in the yellow pants, that's his technical name in court. The guy in the yellow pants, because he was just some black dude in yellow pants. He said, "Yo, man, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. You pointed your gun at me." And Kyle said, "I did," and walked away. And of course, why did you tell him you did? Did you? No. Then why did you say you did? He said, "I said it sarcastically, like I did." Well, no, you said you did. Why did you tell him you did if you didn't? And why did you do that? And he said, "I just wanted to walk away." But so he was really, doing anything he can because it's all there. It's all on video. You can clearly see, him walking around going friendly when they were whipping rocks and shit and big hunks of concrete at the police as Kyle and his buddy were walking by the police, the armored police vehicles, and the peaceful protesters that were burning down the city and throwing rocks at cops. Those peaceful protesters, because they were lefties, they were, Black Lives Matters and Antifa, so they weren't radical rioters like those crazy people that, took off and went into the Capitol building. They were nothing like them. That's the other thing that kills me. They sure are making arrests on those people, but here we got all this footage of little old Kyle walking around and going, hey, you need medical attention? And you got video of people rolling out fucking dumpsters and setting them on fire and whipping fucking big boulders at cops and burning down buildings and setting fucking car lots on fire. Are they getting arrested? No. They're peaceful protesters. Unlike those white supremacist neo-Nazis that stormed the Capitol, they also got to go to jail. But all those other people during the Summer of Love and during all this stuff that burnt down an entire city, they were just peaceful protesters, and we got them on video, but they're okay. We can let them go. This little white kid, he's going down now. He's going down because a bunch of wackos dove at him. One stuck a gun in his face. The other one was swinging a fucking skateboard at him, and he shot somebody, shot a couple people. He's got to go away forever. All those other maniacs, they're good to go. We're going to give them stimulus checks so they can go buy some more rags and gasoline. This shit just kills me. It really does kill me. The double-sidedness of this country. It's amazing. He's a white supremacist. Why? What? Who did he? I didn't see him running around. Oh, black guy, black guy, another one. That's all he did. He just ran around shooting people. He went down there. You heard him say it. Just running around shooting people. A white supremacist. Definitely a racist. That's all that kid was doing. He was a Trumpified racist. And all he went down there to do was cause chaos and just run around and shoot people. And after all those videos I watched, I was like, I wonder what fucking videos these great people were watching. That's another thing that they were saying in the court. The prosecution asked that dude, that YouTuber, well, what do you mean you're a journalist? Why were you there? Why were you running towards this? And why were you doing it? He said, because I'm a journalist. I was taking, oh, you're a journalist. Then how come you're telling your opinion? Journalists don't do that. And the guy said he didn't say anything. And another time I was screaming. I'm like, are you kidding me? Dude, say it. Say it right now. What do you mean journalists don't do that? Do you watch Fox News? Yeah, if you're a right-winger, you watch Fox. And you don't hear the news. You hear right-wing fucking agenda. Are you a lefty? Well, then you watch CNN, MSNBC. Why? Because you don't hear the news. You hear that left-wing agenda. Don't tell me you watch fucking mainstream news and you don't get anybody's opinion. All you get is news. What the hell are you talking about? There is no such thing as news anymore. You're kidding me. But it is very interesting to me to watch the chess match, the back and forth, the debate, if you will. Doesn't matter what I think. I'm not a juror, so my opinion really doesn't matter. I'm not the judge, so my opinion doesn't matter. I got no dog in the fight, so for me, I mean, I do have my opinion, but for me, I do like to see who's doing what and how they're trying to go about it, and the stuff that's presented to me the way I see it. Who's doing well, who has a leg up, who doesn't. And then we're going to go on break. The jury, they're going away for the weekend. They're coming back on Monday. Then on Monday, they're going to get their instructions from the judge. He said that'd probably take about 45 minutes, maybe less. Then each side will have 2.5 hours for their closing. The 2.5 hours includes the defense has 2.5 hours. The prosecution has 2.5 hours to do their closing and their rebuttal. So they have to say they want to do an hour and a half for their closing. They have to say and save a half hour for the rebuttal. So that's how they're working. The defense already says they're not going to need 2.5 hours, an hour, hour and a half, maybe. But yeah, so that's what's going on. And then tomorrow, it's just all the lawyers and the judge and all that. They're going to go in there, and again, they're going to go through all all right, we wanted manslaughter, we wanted murder, we wanted this. Well, okay, now after we saw how shitty we did, we're going to include jaywalking, going against the light. You know, they're going to start adding all the little minors, all the lesser offenses in. You know, crossed on a yellow, you know, all that dumb shit. They're gonna put everything in there. Offended that guy, called that guy a name, made that guy cry. You know, all the lefty stuff. Hey, he kept that guy from going to a safe space after he burned that building down. Oh man, funny stuff. I just love it though. And again, now, as whatever you refer to these people as rioters and looters, well, we're calling them protesters. Get the fuck out of here. Protesters don't yell, get him, kill him, put a bullet in his head. Protesters aren't burning shit. Protesters aren't going, hey, get all them dumpsters, drag them out here in the middle of the street. Let's set them on fire and roll them down the street. Hey, get that piece of concrete and throw it down the ground to it, busting little pieces of concrete that we can manage and throw at them cops over there. Yeah, if you think they're peaceful protesters, well, I guess we have a different definition of peaceful protesters. I don't know. It's just the way I see it. But it is a very, very interesting case, how it's all unfolding. Protesters carry signs, not Molotov cocktails and chains and Blake locks, and yeah, there's no need for fire extinguishers. Rittenhouse defense incorrectly claims iPad pinch and zoom modified footage. Yeah, oh, we went through that for, oh man, all day today. I watched just about all day yesterday and most of the day today. That's all I did was watch this. That's right. Can I have my concrete and manageable chunks, please? But yeah, what they were saying is because they got this picture, a drone footage, and the footage of Kyle doing something, he's like, that's big. So they blew it up like this big and said, look, he's doing this. And it's like, how can you it's a big, fuzzy, jumbled fucking mess of bullshit. Because everybody knows that when you take something that's that big and you fucking make it that big, it's so distorted and blown out and everything else. So they were talking about how how it all works. You know, they were talking about, so if you take something, you know, that's 10 pixels by 20 pixels, and then you stretch it and make it big, you still only have those 10 by 20 pixels. So, but now they're all spread out over a bigger space. So now this computer system has to, use its algorithm and put in pixels and then guess of what it is. So, you know, like if you blow up this shirt, then the algorithm has to figure, well, do I need to put a black pixel in there or a red pixel, or what do I got to do? And it kind of does it. So they were arguing whether, you know, it's going to do it, how it does it. Does it guess? Does it take a little bit of this one, a little bit of that one? The one example was, if you have a blue thing and then a red thing, and then you blow it up, and then you add those pixels, what color are those pixels? Are they all red? Are they all blue? Or do they take a little bit of red, a little bit of blue, and now they're purple? How does it work? The one guy was explaining it. The other guy was going, I don't know, but it was funny. It was funny. They went over and over and over and over that shit. It was just kind of dull and boring, but you know. Yeah, that's what they were saying. But what they were trying to figure out was those added pixels. Then some computer program goes in and uses some algorithm to figure out what color to make that pixel that they added. And yeah. And it's just like, if you have the simplest thing is if you have a picture or even a movie, a video, and it's somebody against, say, a brick wall. There's a program you can just take, and you can get that person out of there and make the video, and they're gone. And all it does is it takes that brick pattern from either all around and kind of just moves over it and puts it over them and makes it look like they're gone. Now, if you're standing in front of a brick wall and there's a big giant hole in the wall, and then you step aside, you're going to see a brick wall with a hole. But if you erase the person out of the thing, is it going to put the hole there? No, it doesn't know. So the computer program just makes it a solid brick wall. And that's kind of what they're saying, that if the photo is of this and then you blow it up and there's added pixels, and then the computer says, well, we'll take something from this and that and that and that, and then we'll make it that. Is it omitting things? Is it seeing things? Is it blurring things? Is it adding shit that's not there? And that's what the whole fight was about. But yeah, they went over and over and over and over again. It was crazy as shit, man. It was nuts. Yeah, the purple example. Yeah, exactly. And the guy comes, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't write the program. I don't know how it works. Are they protesting again? Haven't turned anything. No, this is about the Kyle Rittenhouse thing from back when. Rittenhouse was a perfect witness, 18 and smarter than Wisconsin prosecutor. Yeah, he was a pretty good witness. I will have to say that. That is for sure. For being a young kid, he didn't do bad. He did hold his own. And that's the other thing. Got to roll. All right, man. Later. They're asking him, well, what did you do? What did you do then? What did you do then? What happened then? What happened then? And for everything that happened, now granted it was a while ago, but when it happened to you, shit like that sticks in your mind. You can probably pretty well recall it. But then again, you have things that happen in the moment, and you did it. And I'd have probably gotten in trouble a long time ago if I was on the stand. I was written out, because I'd have told the guy when he was like, well, and what'd you do? What'd you do? And I'd have said, you know what? If I had the opportunity to sit here and take 30 seconds and stretch it out into 45 minutes and observe it and analyze it frame by frame by frame by frame for 45 minutes, instead of having 30 seconds, maybe I might have reacted differently. But, however, I did not have that opportunity. So the way I remember it is, and I might get a couple little details wrong. Oh, you moved your arm 45 degrees up to the left and then over to the right, when you said you only moved it 13 degrees and to the right. Well, come on. What the fuck? It clearly shows right here that you moved it 14 inches and you said you only moved it 10. I mean, it's dumb shit like that just kills me. I mean, I know it's a good strategy for the dude, because he has nothing. The poor prosecutor, he's got nothing. So he is grasping at straws, but it's crazy to me. It's crazy that they'll say shit like that. Well, what do you mean? You said you took 15 steps. It clearly shows right there you only took 13 and a half. Well, yeah, I guess if I could have did some fucking some shit. Yo, freeze. All right, let me see. All right, now go in slow-mo, okay? Okay, that guy's coming. He's got a skateboard. What's that? Is that a gun? Is that a lighter? What is that? I don't know. Okay. All right. Hold on. Wait. Back up and do that again, will you? Yeah, if I had that, maybe I might have made a different decision. However, I was not afforded that opportunity. It all happened in real time, and it happened real fast, and I was about to die. And I happened to have my trusty little weapon on me, so I shot his ass. Then they chased me down the street. Did I run home? Did I run anywhere else? No, what did I do? I ran directly to the police officer and said, hey, I shot a dude. But it is funny how they will freeze frame. Wouldn't it be awesome if we could all do that? How many accidents we could avoid? Oh shit, hold up, freeze. That car's going to run that red light. Let's go slow-mo. Let me turn this way. Okay, ready? All right, good. Wait, I fucked up. Back up. All right, rewind. All right, let's go. Let's try that again. Wouldn't it be great? But yeah, when you're in the moment, and when the guy said, when the prosecutor said, oh, were you in danger from a skateboard? I'd have looked down and I said, that monitor right there in front of you is probably lighter than a skateboard. How about, dude, you go over and pick that up and swing it at his head and see see if he's in fear for his life. Fuck yeah, skateboard is deadly. All right. I know this is probably dangerous. This is probably real dangerous, but I'm going to do it anyway. If you want to call in, we can talk about this and give your opinion. The phone lines are open. We can chitty chat. And don't forget.
Maximum effort.
Yeah. What were you thinking when? Yeah. And what was in his mind when he was running at you? I don't fucking know. I don't even know what was in my mind when he was running at me. What do you think he was going to do when he pulled out that gun? Bake a cake? Yeah, it's funny. It's interesting to see. And especially when you see how far the other side lets things go. But like I was saying, when they were going through all this fucking video evidence bullshit, the defense brought their expert up. He was pretty good. There's bilinear, there's by this, there's that. Hello, you're live with Blind Views.
Hi, Blind Views. This is Radical.
Hey, what's up?
I think one of the things people are missing, and you brought it up earlier, that you wish the standard was the same across every state.
Yes.
Self-defense is the same across every state. The Supreme Court has determined that if you are in fear for your bodily injury, your property being damaged, or you being injured, property damage varies, or death,
right,
you can exercise the necessary force to remove your fear, to feel safe. So you can kill somebody.
And you say that it is across the board?
Yeah. The United States Supreme Court has determined what self-defense is because it's an affirmative defense.
Right.
Once you prove what Rittenhouse did, because the prosecutor was so bad.
Yeah.
He proved he was using self-defense. So now the prosecutor has to try to destroy his self-defense, or the judge will release him.
Well, right. And we all know, and the other thing I didn't say was, talk about is the defense doesn't have the burden of proof. The prosecutor has the burden of proof. He has to prove what his theory is, and the defense don't have to prove anything, really.
Well, yeah, it's even higher than that. The jury is supposed to look at every piece of evidence in the most favorable light to the defendant.
To defend it, yes.
And that's where things get kind of screwed up, because just running away down the street from a bank after a robbery doesn't prove you robbed a bank.
Right. Correct. Now I know here, I don't know if what I'm asking is if this is also part of the, I guess, use of deadly force thing. I know here it includes, like, if I see, say, a woman being attacked and raped, I can use deadly force to stop her attacker as well.
I don't know about that one. I know that's the way it was in the military. That was one of the few things where you could use deadly force on base if somebody said they were raped, a woman. So, but I have no idea what every jurisdiction would say.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's interesting. Because like I said, I pretty much know what's for my state and area. I do know that certain things are just so different from state to state. But yeah, it's good to know that the self-defense law is pretty much the same, I guess. Or, well, yeah, self-defense is the same, I guess. The deadly force is different, I guess.
The word the court used is, and I don't have the opinion in front of me, but usually every time they talk, they're right. They talk about would a reasonable person fear for their life.
Right.
So if somebody's holding a gun at your head, it's reasonable to be afraid.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
And as far as the deadly force goes, I mean, if they've got a gun and you've got a gun, it's reasonable somebody's going to shoot.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if they both have it out and they're waving it around, somebody's bound to use it.
So, I mean, I think the prosecutor, I didn't see all of it. I saw enough to know. The other thing they brought up was when they picked the jury, a lot of attorneys were saying that the defense messed up. They really didn't do their job. So it's possible there's some ringers on the jury that are going to vote guilty no matter what.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I kind of came in a little bit late. I didn't, like I said, I watched little clips of stuff, but yesterday and today I pretty much watched everything and kind of worked through their little breaks, their lunch breaks and their other little breaks. And I was doing other shit while I had it on the laptop over here. But yeah, I just find it quite interesting. Their little chess match going back and forth. And
right. I think the prosecutor wants a mistrial, and he wants to do it again now that he knows what Rittenhouse is going to say.
Yeah, I think you're right. How about did you see the part where he was talking about the prosecutor was actually pressing Rittenhouse about using his Fifth Amendment right?
Right.
And the judge snapped out and was like, you can't can't tell him that. That's his right. He's allowed to plead the Fifth. He doesn't have to say anything. You can't. Oh yeah, he was going off about that.
Well, I don't think the prosecutor could be that stupid and still be a lawyer.
Yeah, you would think.
He's doing everything he's doing for a purpose. And when he realized that he's had his own witness say, you wanted me to change my statement. Yeah. So he's already got suborning perjury on the table, and he needed to get out. Now, the judge can overrule the jury.
Yeah, yeah.
As long as, so the judge can issue a verdict on his own if the jury acts outside what the evidence clearly shows.
Right.
And that's where that motion for a mistrial with prejudice comes in, so that they can't retry him.
That's right. Yeah. With no prejudice means they can retry. With prejudice means they can't. That's right. Yep. I forgot about that little point.
So this is going to be interesting.
It is. I find it very, very interesting, fascinating, and just the whole thing, like I said, and going back and getting those clips of what everybody was yakking on the news a year ago, calling this kid all kinds of white supremacist, terrorist. I just thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, he was guilty in the press.
Oh, yeah, right away, immediately.
Well, I'll let you go. Have fun.
Hey, thanks for the call. I do appreciate it.
All right.
Later.
Bye.
Ron said, the country is going to shit. Directed verdict. That's what almost presented mistrial. He really walked the line. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it all goes. Even the judge is an interesting fella too, I think. You are on the air. Hello.
Hi. I'm sorry to bother you. You've been on my mind for about a week now. Sorry, I can't tell you who I am because I have a secret crush on you.
Uh-oh.
I've just seen you around. I love your hair, the way it falls to your shoulders, the way you giggle when someone says something funny. I'm not a big fan of the way you walk, though. It's a bit mannish.
A bit?
You need to change that.
Oh, okay. Should I skip?
I do have a crush on you. I just think you're like the coolest chick I've ever met. Look, I'm going to reveal who I am tomorrow.
Oh, good.
I can't stop thinking about you.
Oh, great.
I'll see you tomorrow at lunch.
At lunch? Okay, cool.
You've just been pranked by prankdial.com.
Well, that was fun. Did they hang up? That was quite interesting and fun. 3 steps and you'll never see me no more. Oh. But that pile of crap didn't stick to the wall. Let me throw this pile of crap and see what sticks. Yeah. It is interesting now. I wonder if Rittenhouse will sue for defamation of character about the media misinformation. Like that kid, that kid back, that wore the Trump hat and, MAGA kid, is that what he's, I know what you're talking about, I think. Yeah, that kid really got it, man. Guilty until proven popular. I like that one. Yes. Very interesting. Very interesting. BB's on trial. Yeah. I can reveal to you that is right now. Last guy's pistol had killed the kid. Yeah. That's the one thing that it seemed like to me when the prosecutor was saying it's like, it would be much better. You'd rather have one of them kill Rittenhouse and then it would have been all good. But that poor dirty little white kid got shot by the peaceful protesters. Oh well. The call is coming from in the house. Mega Van Mike. He knows what I did last summer. No, Beanie, it's in Wisconsin, isn't it? Kenosha, don't you see now? All right, Charlie. Yeah, Wisconsin. I know who you are, and I saw what you did. That's right. That's right. I know who you are, and I saw what you did. It's those damn bats. Go get them, bats. Gotta protect Kyle. Kyle! Oh, my. Always something, isn't it? Crazy stuff, crazy stuff. Exactly. Love the bats, love the bats. it is an interesting trial. But yeah, I guess I'll watch to see what they talk about tomorrow if it's on TV. Don't finish too soon. It has been interesting. But yeah, I was shocked that Rittenhouse even took the stand, because I thought after the prosecution closed, rested their case, I thought it was pretty much over. I wouldn't have put him on stand. Hello, you are on the air with Blind Views.
Hey, Dr. Views.
What's
Rob
up?
Q from the Soviet Republic of Los Angeles.
California.
Exactly. Oh, I'm trying hard to get out of here. I mean, literally just looking at other states, and I'm on my last string here after what went down with all the rioting and the stuff that went in my neighborhood. It was pretty unbearable for a while.
I bet, man. It's a crazy place. It is a crazy place.
It's nuts, and it's just getting worse, and the homeless problem around here is just insane.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's no fun anymore. So anyways, I just wanted to call and say hello, and I always enjoy all your videos and everything you do on your live streams. You got a bunch of good people in the chat, really good people. So it's really good. And then I'll comment a little bit on this case. I'm kind of with you. I was actually watching it live stream when they were going into that car dealer, and I saw Rittenhouse, and I thought, I kind of respect what this kid's doing, but he's just way too young, and he had to go home.
Yeah.
I actually think he was innocent. I mean, of murder, but I just thought it's very similar to Zimmerman, where Zimmerman was an idiot too. He should not been going out of his car being a cop and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
Zimmerman, I think, had a right to shoot the dude. So, but we're pretty much in the age of insanity.
Yeah.
So, it's just crazy.
And with everything, every single moment captured on video by someone, and just the amount of videos, the different views, and the different people that are getting subpoenaed to have their videos looked at, it's insane. No matter what happens, there's a bazillion different views of it from phones and this camera and that camera. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I agree with you where this prosecutor's just trying to add on shit because he has nothing. So It's like, oh, it's insane. So, and it's funny, Imperial Lioness was talking about the Portland area, and I actually had a job offer, and I turned it down because I couldn't move to that city. I'm already in a city of nuts. So I was like, I was tempted, but a couple of weeks ago, some guy about my age came out of a 7-Eleven. They shot him in the back of the head, and the news said, "Oh, a Trump supporter got shot, like you deserved it." So
yeah, see that shit. I don't know. That shit kills me, man. The way it's just so lopsided. It's just so crazy. Lopsided. If you don't follow the people with the D in front of their name, you're automatically a white supremacist.
That's right.
Like, how does that work, man? It's like poor Kyle. He shot white people.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Oh my God. It's just, I don't know. I actually have stopped watching the news because I just can't take any more of this bullshit. It's just, I just trying to pick up my ukulele at night and play about 3 chords I know, and I wait for Blind Views News to come out. So
there you go.
And when are you going to get a ukulele? You're overdue for that, aren't you?
I have big ukuleles. I got lots of shits to play.
Well, I did it because it only has 4 chords. So, 4 strings, I should say.
That's it.
And I'm still no good. So, but it's enjoyable. But I'm slowly getting better.
You just need to get away from that coast. That's for sure, man.
Oh, I do. So I had something in the works in Denver, but it kind of fell through. But I'm looking. Even Denver was getting a little too freaky for me too. So,
well, it's crazy just about everywhere nowadays.
Yeah.
So, but at least some places are a little bit better. They have more lenient laws and they're more civil and they're not trying to tax you out of fucking existence.
Oh my God. Yeah, our gas is about $5 a gallon now out here. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's just insane. So the cost of living these new apartments that are going in my neighborhood, it's $2,800 for one bedroom.
Jesus, I mean, who can afford that shit, man?
Well, it's all these. They put these Google offices, and all these foreigners are coming in. A lot of Asians. These buildings are filled with Asians coming in from wherever. It's pretty crazy. But I'm in a building here that it's going to probably be sold in the next year or two, and I know they're going to bulldoze it. And if I'm here that long, that'd be the end of me, because I'm not paying $3,000 a month to live in some shithole in LA.
Yeah, right. That's crazy.
I could almost make 2 mortgage payments in other places for that. So
yeah, exactly, man.
So, and that's what I've been debating now: move, buy a house, because I'm tired of paying rent, and I'm tired of putting up with my crazy landlord. So.
Lioness says, whatever you do, don't move up here to Oregon or Washington. It's no better than California right now.
I just read that. I got to agree with her. So I have family in both those states, in northern Washington and northern Oregon, but it's not working for me. So, but I don't know. I'm gonna probably pick a red state and drive there. I can't handle this liberal shit anymore. They've ruined California, and I've seen this coming.
Yeah.
I mean, me and my friends talked about when things were going loony 30, 40 years ago, and we used to have a talk show host out here named George Putnam, and everything he said 30 years ago is pretty much came true out here. So, but it's just insane.
It is.
You know, and I'm kind of battling, but I used to go to Venice Beach a lot, and I can't even go down there anymore because it's just filled with homeless and filth and people trying to just accost you. I mean, oh my God.
Oh,
literally,
dude. I watch videos about Venice Beach all the time, and I'm like, man, that place used to be the place to. I mean, people from all over the world used to go there.
Would go there.
Now it's a fucking shithole.
It's a shithole. It's like Skid Row. So they got beachfront camping. So
yeah,
it's crazy. And they also passed that law out here where they don't prosecute you anymore, where if you steal something under $1,000.
Oh, man.
The Ralph's that's near me where I walk over or go there all the time, they got armed security guards now just catching these guys. And I would say about 1 every 4 times that I go in there's a homeless guy running out with a bottle of booze. Literally. So it's insane. So they actually put these like turnstile things where you can't come out unless you walk through the aisles where you're buying stuff now, and 2 armed guards. I'm like, this is just for the freaking market. Are you kidding me?
Isn't that crazy?
So, yeah.
Oh, man.
It was about a year ago, some homeless guys in my back of our units in our carport using a bathroom. Hey, don't do that. Then I'm turning around, walk away. He's grabbing a 2x4 coming at me. So this is at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I call LAPD, and they show up at my apartment at 7 o'clock at night. Can we still help you? So it's just insane. I mean, I know I'm babbling, but I can't take it anymore, Blind Views.
Hey, I hear you, man. I hear you. It's craziness.
Craziness.
I always say, man, California, it's a beautiful state when you get in certain spots, but whew, man, that's okay. It's not for me. Not for me.
Well, it really sucks that they also took out Oregon and Washington, because those were like places I really thought about moving. And boy, the last 10, 15 years, those places just turned into a liberal chaos.
Oh, I know. That whole summer of love shit where they took over the city and did all that shit. Oh, man.
But it's beautiful. Portland has somewhat of a milder climate, and there's a lot of hunting and fishing and stuff I like to do. And I was coming close to really considering it, but not with all that crazy shit. I'm not going to go from one shithole to another. So.
Exactly.
Yeah. But anyways, I just wanted to make a quick call. I just wanted to tell you I've been enjoying your videos. I think, I wasn't one of the first ones, but I was one of your early viewers, as you remember. You and Blind Views did a thing on Thin Lizzy that was just spot on.
Oh yeah, that was
I'm pretty sure
that was a good time.
You remember that?
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was a huge Thin Lizzy fan, and I learned a lot from you guys, stuff I didn't realize. So, and that was a pretty good video, and I was pretty bit tough. So I've been here every week.
Well, I appreciate your support over the years. I really do.
Yeah, and also, like I said, your chat room people are just phenomenal.
Yeah, I got a good bunch of folks in here. Good bunch of folks. And my mods keep it civil, so everybody gets to, be safe and say their piece.
That's right. I hear you. So anyways, Blind Views, I'll let you get going, and I'll keep watching tonight, and just keep up the fine work.
All right, Rob. Thanks for calling, buddy.
All right, dude. See ya.
That's right, Ron. Oh, man. All right. Let me thank some folks real quick.
Let me vent for a second.
Hey, shouty, it's your live stream. We gon' party 'cause it's your live stream. I try not to live too much in the future, you know?
Need I say more?
I got my mind on my YouTube on my mind.
Every day I'm buffering.
Every day I'm buffering.
My line, these line view says it's an iced coffee straight from the McDonald's. Who let the trolls out? Who let the trolls out? I know you smelling that hair, girl. I see you. Trying to catch me vlogging dirty. 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 Vlogging dirty.
What we do here is go back.
Thank you, everyone. See you next time.
That's the way I see it.